back. Alright, hello guys, welcome back. Sorry about that, we just had some technical difficulties, but we are now live once again. So, no need to worry, and we are back into this game. While we were off, as you can see, clearly Yasuo died. Not sure what he was doing there. And,
he died. Yasuo died.
In the meantime, Herald being dropped mid lane. Looks like a huge engage actually from Raz here. Gonna hit up 3 people, and that is going to be finally a good divide for the Chimps in the mid lane.
Yeah, this is what they've been building up towards for the entire game, really, with their competition.
The entire game just was one fight.
I mean, really, because this is where they thrive, you know, in these team fights, in these choke points where they just get a nice Alistair knock-up or a Jarvan flag and drag.
Oh, Truman, is he gonna get caught hit? No, he is gonna manage to find his way out.
He doesn't have vision. Plus, like, I think Truman can heal enough to kind of make the fight at least close.
I mean, looks like Haku is just gonna try and dive him under the tower here, but I mean, I don't know if they want to take this. Oh no!
What can I say?
Oh, meanwhile, Truman is getting engaged one by the Alistair, and that means he will go down because he gets ulted by the Yasuo as well. Huge 700 gold going over to him. It's definitely worth the time expended, I think, because they're also going to pick up a dragon for their efforts. I mean, this is going to be absolutely huge because this means it delays the soul from the side of the Corgis right now. It looks like the engage is actually going to go in right now. I mean, it's a 3v4, so it's kind of risky, but Evo 04 just drops like instantly at the start of this fight, and everyone is still full HP. BM Buffalo Stage are not taking any damage at all, and the MF will go down in the back of pick as well.
The Chimps just didn't have any ultimates. That was absolutely unfightable. I mean, they do secure the dragon and manage to salvage 2 lives.
You just see like the Alawi and the Nautilus just standing in front and just not taking any damage whatsoever in front of 4 people. Like, what's going on? Anyway, going back into the game, I mean, there's like a 9k gold lead right now, so it's not looking great for the Chimps, I must say. This is definitely we're definitely expecting a closer matchup, I must say, between these 2 teams.
I think just some of the ganks and counter ganks, you know, bot lane, the Chimps' bot lane has been really far behind. MF's not too relevant in these fights, unfortunately.
Oh, Alistair? Is Alistair going to get caught? Yes, Alistair is going to get caught in his own jungle, trying to clear out some wards. He does have his ultimate to pop, but I think you still managed to fall down. Malphite ult comes out as well, hits Raz, and Raz will be able to flag and drag out. Will he be able to live? No, the Ignite will tick out, but Z2 does not care about people igniting his targets because he's just going to flash over and steal the kill instead. And now Arif is in a dangerous position. I mean, he's just not going to do any damage to Malphite, is he? Like, alright. So that's another 2 kills going over for the Corgis. I mean, they're just collecting kills like all across the game right now. Yeah. Like, it doesn't really matter. They're just so far ahead. The only person that's not far ahead is Sager right now. He is 0-3. He's just having a chill time, you know. Team diff.
It's fine. Like,
don't really need to do anything.
Fights.
Playing Alawi, he's just having a fun time. Anyway, this mid tower is actually really low. I think it'll go down. Is it gonna go down? No, it's not gonna go down. Okay, they are. The Chimps are setting up support from all across. Looks like another engage by Evo 04. Evo 04 looking for some really aggressive engages today, I must say. And most of them really not working out. But this one will definitely work out because Truman is the one to go down. He's not even able to use the ultimate before he dies as well. And now Zetsu is in the front line, but Zetsu isn't able to do much. Oh, but that tornado was so big onto Binho. And now I think the re-engage is coming in for the side of the Chimps right now. Zetsu is incredibly low. Binho does have to ult out as well. And Arif is just trying to do as much damage as possible, but he has no mana. He has no health either, and now Sager is finally here. It is his time to shine, trying to finish off Raz, and is struggling to do so, but will find the kill in the end. And after all of that, it's just a 1-for-1.
It is.
Although mid tower is going down as well, so kind of worth, I think. But yeah, I'm really, like, once again, I'm really surprised that no one on the Corgis fell apart from Truman. Like, I think Binho has some incredible positioning in these fights just to stay alive. It looks like Sager will get collapsed on here, but Z2 is the one to ult back in first, and Windwall does come out from Artemis. That's going to be absolutely huge, blocking out so much of Binho's damage, but he is still going to go down, and that is a beautiful one fight from the Corgis, and they will be able to save this bit inhibitor and look for the win, possibly. No, they're going to play it safe.
No, they didn't decide to push, but that's okay.
Yeah, looks like they're going for the Baron instead, which is understandable. I think that is the safer way to go. But they could have definitely ended there. Like, they could have definitely ended there. There's still just 10 seconds. There's like over 10 seconds left. Like, they had loads of time. But anyway, they're playing it safe, and they're going to go for the Baron. So, I mean, you can't really fault that for that.
Yeah. We get
Looks
to see
like,
more. Of
yeah, BM Buffalo just zoning out Raz, making sure he isn't able to get in the pit. I mean, Raz, he's had some decent engages in mid lane. He's had some decent flag and drags this game. He is just going to die though before he's even able to do anything to the Baron. And now there's a TP coming in from Haku.
Yeah,
not having a great game today, I must say, Haku. Not sure what's going on. But now will be Baron going towards the Corgis though.
Maybe he saw this coming, that's why he changed his name. So one-off name change, just so he can't be associated with this gameplay.
Yeah, you know, I thought he like bought another account or something, but
I mean, it certainly looks like it.
I mean, I think he bought his original account. I think that's what's happened. Anyway, as we go back into this game, this is now like a 14k gold lead, so the game is pretty much over. Dragon will be spawning soon in 30 seconds, and honestly, do these guys even need Dragon? Like, honestly, just run down mid and take the game. But guess they looking to play it safe and secure. Just want to take the win for today. Don't want to risk any throws going on, which is understandable, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna take an almighty effort to throw this one, but let's see how they try to close it out.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think what they're doing here is quite intelligent, where they're only sending one person onto the dragon because, like, you have so much control of this area in bottom side jungle that you don't need to commit everyone on your team. You just need to send Shroom in there, and he will easily be able to kill this dragon. Whereas everyone else can just be starting bottom, for example, like right now, and push in the wave to take the tower. And I mean, the Chimps just have no response right now. They can't kill the front line of Corgis, it's too tanky, and they can't hit Bino because his positioning is too good.
I'm not sure they can kill anyone at this point, apart from maybe Truman.
They need to get a lucky engage onto Bino right now. That is their only option, and then hope Truman gets ignited or something, I don't know, and dies. Like, that is their only hope so far. They need Bino to die at the start of these fights, and so they need to find a miracle engage onto him pretty much. That's gonna be another inhibitor falling. In fact, the bot.
I think Zesty needs to ult some air to make it even slightly close.
Yeah, I mean, they're just going to go for the end, I think. They're not even going to look for the top inhib.
Yeah,
so as much as playing it safe, they are just going to go for the win right now. Arif is already at half HP. He's not even close to the fight, but he's already dead. Absolutely massive engage there from the Jarvan, but it's not going to matter because nobody is going to die. As you can see, like, no one... they're all alive. They are all alive. They just don't do enough damage. Nowhere near enough damage.
For the game state, that was actually quite a valiant effort.
Like, that was the best engage I've probably come home for, and it still did not work out. Corgis will take the first win in this series. They will go 1-0 ahead. Beautiful, beautiful game up there. Only 25 minutes win.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. I mean, was that the game you expected coming into this series?
I mean, yes and no. I mean, when you've got Araf on your team, you've got to think it's kind of up to everyone else to kind of step it up to kind of, you know, shore up that weakness. But, you know, if you're going to get counter ganked and not really convert kills onto Malphite, and then and on top of that, you've got a 1-7 Diana top, it's not really the recipe for success.
Yeah, and if you take a look at the damage charts, I mean, it's just complete domination from Bino this game. Doing absolutely so much work on this Kai'Sa pick and having such great positioning as well. Like,
I know, right?
He just manages to stay alive on a sliver of health in so many of these fights, and that was the turning point of some of these fights right here. Because he had so much of the gold on the side of the Corgis that keeping him alive was definitely important for them to win this game.
Yeah, definitely. But he was able to stay alive in almost every fight. He only died twice that game. It's a pretty good performance by him.
Absolutely massive. And now we will be cutting to a short break, but don't forget to come back because we will be tuning in to the second game of this series. It will be Chimps against the Corgis once again. Corgis have a 1-0 lead for now, but we'll have to see if the Chimps manage to climb back. We'll see you guys very, very shortly.
Am I put two in your man if your man keep a looking? Act like a pussy, your panties get tooken. I'm not the type to go fuck with them niggas who stay on some fuck shit. Young and trapping out the bando, from the ceiling fan to the damn floor, trying to stack my money up, cause that's the only way we can go. Tell my mama that I'm okay, see the money coming through the doorway. Got a bad bitch with a lot of money, that's foreplay. Okay, they watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. When I'm up through the night, I can't turn down the noise, tear all the worries out of my mind. About who I'm supposed to be, I start to believe I can't get it right. Remember the days I let slip away, they were simpler times. Mama told me before you leave, if there's only one thing you remember from me, child, when you're out on your own, a million miles from home, feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders. Child, don't forget who you are, don't lose your head or your heart. I'll bet my life on your stars, you'll be dancing, dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life, you'll be dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life, you'll be dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life, you'll be dancing on the moon. Dancing on the moon. Dancing on the moon. Maybe my compass was wrong, and I'm still on my way closer each day to where I belong. I'm still rolling the dice, praying sometimes it don't last that long. I'm losing my faith, I'm walking away from what you knew all along. Mama told me before you leave, if there's only one thing you remember from me, child, when you're out on your own, a million miles from home, feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders. Child, don't forget who you are, don't lose your head or your heart. I'll bet my life on your stars, you'll be dancing, dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life, you'll be dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life, you'll be dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life, you'll be dancing on the moon. Dancing on the moon. Child, when you're out on your own, a million miles from home, feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders. Child, don't forget who you are.
Oh no, that is what they all say when they see me pouring some wine. Oh, then gets empty again. Better fill it up before I go.
Precision is the difference between a butcher and a surgeon.
Messing around with it, mix it up, go with it, flow with it, let it all go. Oh Lord, think you know what I'm like, but you don't fall, you lose control. Bittersweet melody when I dance on your fly, 'cause I know what you don't.
The rivers will run red.
How does it feel to breathe when you're dead? They never seen you out of your bed. Cut to the bone, it's broken, I bet. How sad. Oh boy, got so hot I forgot what I should have thought of before. Sure ain't easy for you to let go of the rules, 'cause there's so much fun.
When you've got talent, there's no such thing as a lucky shot.
Messing around with it, mix it up, go with it, flow with it, please let it go. Oh, don't think I did it again. I said a few things that I shouldn't have done. Well, bittersweet
not how much time you have. It's how you use it.
How does it feel to breathe when you're dead? They never seen you out of your bed. Cut to the bone, it's broken up. How does it feel to breathe when you're dead? They never seen you out of your bed. Cut to the bone, it's broken up. Now come alive with me and quit the jealousy. I know you're bored, I know it's boring me. Now come alive, baby, get out the grave and I know you're bored. How does it feel to breathe when you're dead? They never seen you out of your bed. Cut to the bone, it's broken up. How sad. How does it feel to breathe when you're dead? They never seen you out of your bed. Cut to the bone, it's broken up. How does it feel to breathe when you're dead? They never seen you out of your bed. Cut to the bone, it's broken.
Hello, hello. We have done a tactical substitution at the caster's desk. I'm now joined by Cookie.
Hello. So we are right into the first pick and bans now. So we have on an Alawi ban, actually. Interesting. Really kind of giving Seja the respect, banning Alawi, even though he wasn't like particularly very strong in that game. Luna ban for Truman.
Especially because Ilawi is one of Haku's main champions. So I'm kind of interested what he's going to be picking up in this game. There's a lot of respect put on Caesar's name.
Ooh, is this a Carter's first pick? Wow, that's bold.
It might be a proxy. We shall have to see.
Yeah, I think it's a proxy from okay, from what I know, Raz doesn't play Carthus, so it has to be a proxy. So Nautilus cards are coming again, same thing. Run it back.
Worked last
Makes
time.
sense.
Aaron maybe goes on a mobile champion this time.
Perhaps. Oh, the Vayne. Yeah, Vayne looks good.
Okay, Vayne Lulu. It's nice. Decent response, I guess. Although I'm really surprised they picked Vayne so early.
Yeah, because Red Sweat doesn't necessarily have to draw tanky champions. They can just go full damage and like bruisers or things that can't be kited by Vayne. Yeah. Evelyn comes in, looks like.
I think Evelyn would be a good pick here. We still don't know who Carthus is.
Yep, we don't.
So I mean, it could be.
I really. It's hard for me to believe it's a Carter's first pick. Like,
I'm gonna have to agree with Cookie on this one.
I think. Okay, so we can see if it's a proxy from the bans, probably. Oh my god, it might actually be Carter's jungle because they're banning solo laners. Unless it's lane Carthus, unless it's like. So, I don't know how good is lane Carthus.
I don't think it's very good. A lot of the point of playing Carthus is, I mean, he's really strong in the jungle because he can clear really fast, and you can kind of just contribute by pressing R. I don't think putting him in the lane is a wise idea. I think I've received confirmation that Carthus is indeed Carthus, so I think we're going to be in for a treat with this game.
Damn. I don't know what to say. Lucian hover? I don't think it's Lucian, but we'll see. But Lucian into Cart. Oh, these are some like spicy hovers.
I mean,
like,
yeah, Lucian into Carthus would be a world of pain.
Oh my goodness! Oh. Wait, it might not be a proxy though.
It's fun.
This is kind of spicy, this draft. I don't
Okay,
know what to
I
make
would
of this yet.
incredibly surprised if Karthus doesn't go into jungle. But honestly, first picking Karthus, and he's going to be playing it into a Evelyn. Oh.
Trindamir's Quinn, okay. Makes sense, because Seja plays a lot of Quinn. So we have Katarina come in, which is Artemis, one of his main champions. Blinding Katarina, it's generally not the best idea, but I think he probably knows what he's doing. Master Yi. Right.
I'm not sure if I am a fan of Katarina, to that to you. I mean,
I'm not especially a fan, but I think Katarina is more like exploiting other teams' mistakes and then get ahead, and then like it doesn't matter what you're playing into because you're so ahead. So we will have to see how the execution goes.
I mean, that's one route to go, but I think with Katarina, you kind of need a lot of setup in the form of CC, engage. But
yeah,
the Chimps have none of that.
So Blitzcrank was Victor. So Victor will be going into Katarina? Was that the case? What did Red Side pick? They have Evelyn, they have Victor, they have... Oh yeah, Quintok. Okay, that kind of makes sense.
Goodness me. Good.
So what was Master Yi again?
It's probably lane Karthus then, right? Oh wait, it can't actually be a Master Yi.
Okay, so we can think about what Master Yi will be, but we'll probably see it when they pick it, right? So.
Alright, so apparently Master Yi is Master Yi.
Okay, so Master Yi is Master Yi.
Hold on, this isn't part of the script.
I think just speechless. I think.
I thought after last game, these guys would want to, you know,
prove themselves, right?
prove
Like
themselves and redemption arc, especially for Araf. I don't know. Maybe this is some dark technologies going on here.
I mean, it's okay to have fun. I mean, it's fine. Like, we are just casting a game, then if you're having fun, then you're having fun, right? You're just having fun. And we are having fun too.
I'm going to be having a lot of fun watching this game, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure Karthus is going to be having a lot of fun when there's an Evelyn in the game and he's against Quinn.
Yeah. It's weird. It's very weird. So it's just depends on how the early game goes, I suppose. So Karthus will be very weak into Quinn, obviously, in the early. Well, unless like really there's some mechanical difference, but I don't think there will be. Bot lane is red side favorite with Kaisernoth's much stronger early. Katarina does lose the first couple of levels to Victor, so we're looking at like, you know, about 3 winning lanes for like red side.
I mean, that's not even including the jungle.
Oh yeah, it's Master Yi.
It's Master Yi jungle. I mean, honestly, if Karthus were like a tank or something, this could be pretty doable. Something like a Malphite or I don't know, even Maokai would do.
Does anyone know that Sunfire Kate works on Karthus passive? So like, you know, when you die, do your body do the Sunfire? I mean, you could, right? Like,
I mean,
like you want a tank, you know, you go, okay, I go Karthus tank and I max E and I just run into people with Sunfire.
I mean, you could, but then you wouldn't get to make use of your passive because you wouldn't be dying.
I mean, you eventually die, right? I mean, yeah, true. That's kind of true.
I mean, speaking of which, I can now see why they put Haki onto Karthus. If you catch my drift.
Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, I don't. I guess it depends if the blue side manages to snowball early on, maybe capitalize on a mistake, maybe Katarina gets a good roam or like get a solo kill like level 3. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, I think for the Chimps, it's just about finding picks when picks shouldn't be able to be really found. So in other words, taking advantage of any mistakes that the Corgis make. But honestly, there's quite a big team comp difference, certainly in the early game, and then probably even later as well, because they've just got a fine team fight comp. Everyone on the side of the Chimps is squishy, and there's just not much to counter. You know, the burst of Victor plus Evelyn, and the cash potential of Nautilus.
Can Master Yi early gank, or can he actually not? I actually don't know. Like,
if you think about it, what's he gonna do? He's gonna press Q, maybe, if he gets in range for that in the first place, without the enemy running away. Yeah, I'm afraid not.
Yeah, because they're quite like when you're jungling and your lanes are in like a losing state. It's not fun, right? Because you want to gank, but you don't have the ability to gank. Then it's kind of meh. But meanwhile, on the other side though, like on Evelyn, like he'll be quite happy, right? So he's like, okay, my lanes are pushing. They're like, you know, like pushing out the waves, and you know, Evelyn can just like farm the jungle, get to 6, and then actually start doing some serious work.
Or more importantly, Evelyn can start counter jungling and really living in Master Yi's mind.
Who wins 1v1? So if Master Yi like just straight up runs into Evelyn, like they run into each other and they just start like using spells and auto each other, who wins?
I think it quite depends. I mean, Master Yi can negate quite a bit of damage with Meditate, especially if it's Evelyn's ultimate. Sometimes that will kill him because obviously under 30% health, Evelyn's ult does incredible damage. Sometimes he'll live on that, but if it's an extended fight, then Master Yi will win.
Can Master Yi kill Evelyn's ult? Because like, you know, when Evelyn ult, he goes untargetable, right?
Yeah, he
but
can.
If Master Yi, he can, right?
He can, but obviously it requires prediction rather than reaction or anything. He needs to preemptively Q Evelyn, and then Evelyn needs to not react to the Q and ultimate anyway.
Okay. Well, we'll have a short break right now, and we'll come back very, very soon. See ya.
Don't lose your head or your heart. I'll bet my life on your stars. You'll be dancing, dancing on the moon.
Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon. And I end up alone, I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls impolite in the club every night. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Hollywood perfect. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect.
Ain't got no place to call my own. Feels like I'm better off alone. So sad inside and hopeless.
30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
Welcome back. So we are now already 1 minute and a bit in game. So just to like fill you guys in, nothing actually happened in the first minute. Drop some ward, that's all.
Yep, just a single ward onto the red side jungle. Well, it's one of their own wards. Quite a defensive one.
So
Not sure what they're scared of actually, but it's there.
So both Master Yi and Evelyn are starting bot side. So we will see probably maybe some fighting in the top scuttle at like 3-minute 30 mark, depending on how they clear.
There might be, but I'm not sure. You know, the combo of Master Yi plus Karthus can do anything there against Queen Evelyn.
Just looking at like early laning phases, it's actually doesn't look too bad. So Karthus is just like farming kind of happily, and like there's some poke down. Katarina isn't losing too much CS. Bot lane is, doing not too bad right now. Just speaking of level 1s.
I mean, in terms of early lane, I think it's okay. But as soon as the level 3 happens, I think there's going to be quite a big disparity, especially in the top lane.
Ooh, Nautilus stands up.
BM Buffalo is going to look for an engage here. Does manage to burn the flash of Eva, but doesn't get too much else. But then I think he can be very happy with that, They actually get the result of Araf as well. It was really not a good start. But then, the wave's in a good position for them at least.
Just a classic getting level 2 and then press Q. So, like, getting a summoner spell out of Vayne is good, because that means the next time you do it, he won't have it. So junglers have just been full clearing, so that means they will be, depending on how fast they clear. Well, actually, Evan had a bit faster, so he's now on. Oh, another hook.
Oh, Benyatama does manage to find the first blood from another hook. A great hook from BM Buffalo. Arif doesn't manage to even burn flash, but then, just happy to keep that. Yeah, I'm getting Groundhog Day from game 1, but hopefully they can change it, turn it around this time.
Yeah, it does look like
trade onto Zetsu, but that's about all that's going to happen. Zetsu is finding some nice auto attack damage as a response for that one.
Evelyn is going top side, yeah.
Ooh, Haku cancels his back, and then Queen W manages to spot him for a nice clean kill. There's not much that Haku can do in that one.
Another fight in bot lane, though.
Indeed, another fight in bot lane, but it's just a trading of blows this time. Of course, with the Corgis coming out the victor.
Yeah, Vayne not having... Well, Vayne still has flash. Ooh, get it hooked again.
Yeah, I'm hoping Ara can find his mouse before the end of the game.
That was a bit mean.
I'm not really sure I'm watching here, but I think he's just cowering inside the bush, like he wants his mummy. He's calling her right now.
Wait, why is Vayne not basing? Oh, Vayne is just trying to be really greedy and just to the CS. Okay, that's fair enough.
It's fine, because the Corgis are resetting anyway. I think this is okay, but it's just... I mean, yeah, I guess since they're only against Evelyn can't really gank until level 6, so I think this is a fair enough play.
The problem is they have to push this wave out, and if Kaiser and Nautilus comes back before they can actually push this wave, and Lulu has to auto these minions now, like otherwise it's be a tough spot because Kaiser and Nautilus can freeze.
Yeah, Vayne has to back at some point. Now I guess potentially best option. It might get a bit tricky because Benio and BM Buffalo are both on their way back already. Cool. I'm gonna have to interrupt you guys in the middle of this intense bot lane fight, I'm afraid, because we've got some technical issues.
So apparently we have been trolled by observers, and technical issues were actually non-existent. So we will be back to the game. Just talking about the game now.
We missed a lot of good action there, unfortunately. But yeah, Haku's died twice at 6 minutes, as has Araf. But maybe Master Yi can look to do something with the 2 kills that he's picked up.
Picking up 2 kills was really important, and with this Infernal Dragon as well, it's really important for Blue side because they need something to work on. So they need a lead to work on, so they don't get completely steamrolled in the early game.
Yeah, to be fair, you can get a lead anywhere onto Master Yi, Katarina, and Vayne, and it'll do you wonders. these champions scale so well with the lead.
Evelyn looking for gank here.
Master Yi and Lulu are close. Ooh, I think Truman's E followed Katarina out of sheer luck, and was able to find that kill there.
Oh, looks like Marcy has 2 kills now, but Evelyn also has 2, so it's like, you know, the battle of junglers and see who gets more fed and be able to 1v5 before the other team does. Obviously, say that I say that, but Kaiser obviously has 2 kills as well, but Kaiser will take some time to, you know, get ahead. You know, Vayne needs more CS, and top side, not sure. Maybe Quinn can get a good roam soon-ish, maybe.
That's what she's hoping to do. I think the good thing about Karthus is that he can push in the lane very, very fast. And while it's obviously potentially risky to do so, he can do it very fast, and that should prevent a lot of roaming opportunities for Quinn if Caesar doesn't want to miss a lot of CS.
It's actually very interesting because now I notice the summoners on Karthus is flash exhaust into. Well, Quinn getting flash ignite is very normal, like, but Karthus responding with exhaust. That's just interesting. I think that kind of like explains why the CS is so even in the top lane, because Quinn doesn't have the all-in potential, perhaps, and Karthus can can CS from afar quite well, with tier being built.
Karthus does have a range advantage. Well, as in, he can keep a lot of range between the two, and that should prevent Quinn from really looking for any opportunities to poke or even to kill. But I mean, Karthus has been playing quite far up most of the time here. Now Evelyn is level 6, so you can look for an easy gank onto Karthus. But I'm surprised that Quinn hasn't been able to punish Karthus a little bit more anyway, because, you know, you can just wait for the exhaust to time out, and here at early levels, Karthus I think has a hard time kind of getting sustained damage, especially if he has mana issues, which he's looking to do so, looking to have right now.
Master is lurking mid right now.
Punish Karthus a lot more. Okay, going into the mid lane, Raz does pop the ultimate and is looking for Zetsu. Q's onto him. Oh, but Zetsu has a nice flash over the wall, which quells him.
The Karthus ult does nothing right now because Karthus hasn't bought his items. Yeah, looking back at mid lane, so we're seeing that. So Victor obviously has an early range advantage into Katrina. That means he could. Oh, top lane has a trade now.
Yeah, this is kind of what I expected to see more. This type of trade going on.
Yeah, going back to mid lane, it's like, so Victor having the early CS lead kind of translated into, okay, never mind, there's a dive here.
I'm gonna have to interrupt you quickly because Truman's coming up for a gank. Does get exhausted, but able to clean up this kill very nicely onto the Karthus, and Evelyn can even dodge a tower shot with her ultimate for good measure.
This is the reason why people don't play Karthus top lane. It's like you're way too squishy, and if you get dived, you just die, and like it's very hard to get a return kill on Karthus. Especially junglers like Evelyn, who are so good at diving and dropping aggro with the ultimate.
That's the only reason people don't play Karthus top, because I can think of at least 5 more. Yeah, there's Karthus in lane right now.
It probably isn't too bad, and it might fit into competitions, but like again, it's the same thing, right? You are squishy and you don't escape, you get ganked easily if you're pushed up, and so you're like, do I actually push or do I not push? Because if I push, I get ganked. If I don't push, then my wave clear ability doesn't actually mean anything.
Yeah, and you can just get dived anyway. Like, he's really squishy. You have, if you're going to play him in the lane, it has to be middle, where the lane is much shorter.
Oh. So we have an AFK and 1v1 fight in the pause. So Karthus on my armor, Shindy. Ooh, nearly get the last Skittle onto Quinn though.
Nah, it's not going to be anywhere near enough. Yeah, if you play Karthus in the lane, it's going to have to be mid, where you have a bit more shelter from ganks due to the shorter lane.
Yeah, like thinking back about this first pick Karthus, I don't know, did they mean it to be a flex maybe? And then it just like turned out no one wanted to play Karthus in the end.
Haki taking one for the team. Anyway, let's have a look at the jungle 1v1 that we were talking about earlier. looks like Raz is going to back out of that one. I think Truman was a bit more scared than he needed to be. But, I mean, I don't think Raz is complaining about that one.
Yeah, it was interesting because the bot lane and the mid lane were moving together, but it was Truman's quite everyone was playing quite scared there. But in any case, the dragons are being started up, and it's very hard for blue team for that. Oh, the flash in!
Oh, it smites way too early. I think it was trying to predict Truman's flash, but yeah, he just gets cleaned up as a result of that one. I mean,
and top dice.
You could call it a valiant effort, but
I really don't think it was.
It was that.
Oh, Rainbow.
A nice thingy, condemn onto the Nautilus, and does try to follow up for a kill. Secures it, and they're just going to run circles around Benutama. That's a very nice.
Oh, this is actually massive because Vayne really needs these kills. And one misstep from the Nautilus means that, well, both of them dies and like Vayne is, well, back into the game per se.
Vayne Lulu is the opposing combo anytime after level 6 ready, and they managed to split up the bot lane of the Chimps just enough to pick them off one by one. So very well played by Corgis, Chimps' bot lane there.
Well, even we say that, Corgis still have a 4k gold lead advantage, which, like, in the grand scheme of things, like, picking up 2 kills is nice, but when your Cortis is at 0 and 5,
yeah, I
it's
wonder
like...
where that gold lead is manifested. So it's a 3,000 gold. 3,000 gold up right now.
Oh
dear.
Well, they will have to weather the storm. Karthus, even with being behind so much, can provide some global damage. It's not horrible. Passive can be useful in like 5v5 team fights. So,
do you know what?
Katarina as well. Go on.
I think the ideal pick here for the Chimps would have been Scion, because you still have the Haku passive abuse, right? But you can also engage for the rest of the team, you know, for the Katarina, for the Master Yi, and for the Vayne as well. And you can still be useful in kind of dealing damage and being tanky as well.
I mean, tanky is not a thing when you go lethality, no? That's how you play Scion, right? Just lethality. And with the...
I guess it would be best for Haku, kind of just like run around brainlessly, maybe pick up a kill.
Okay. We don't trash talk players, right? We just let the players play bad, and then we can let the world see how they play.
Yeah,
so
I think Haku's performance speaks for itself, really. But anyway, let's go back to another matchup, because I don't think there's anything to speak about top lane.
I think now there has been a kind of like a farming state right now. So in the past few minutes, like not many plays has been made because, well, the dragon was down, and seems like Corgis doesn't feel like taking the Herald. But now something's happening now because Quinn has moved to mid lane.
She says looking for a pick onto Artemis, and does manage to finalize that one with the ignite tick.
Quinn is so fair. This is so unfair. Like, imagine you're being Katrina, like, you're like, okay, I just want to farm this mid lane, and then, like, suddenly the bird just, like, runs in from the top jungle.
Yeah,
like, he's not even a jungler, like, come on.
Quinn's got to be one of the worst champions to get fed in this, like, early game state, about 10 to 20 minutes, because you can just kind of ult in, swoop in, and distribute the lead into other lanes with her ganks as well.
Yeah, for sure. And Katrina now finishing the Blade of the Rune King, it's pretty late, not gonna lie, but now he has it. Now we have to see, like, in the next few skirmishes, maybe Katrina gets a nice reset, and then that will mean something. But they have to find this good window of opportunities. But top lane,
I don't think it's going to mean very much when Karthus is on the 6th death at 15 minutes. Speaking of that, we're looking at the 1v1 again in the bot side jungle between the junglers. But yeah, I think Truman's just got enough of a lead right now, with being 2-0 and 3, to just kind of kill Master Yi without any follow-up, really.
they're looking at dive bot lane now. But, well, Evelyn's still at ultimate. Oh, Katrina, though.
Oh, Artemis does manage to chunk Zetsu very low, but the last tick of Ignite doesn't quite come through. And actually, the minions Zetsu, that's really, really unfortunate for Katarina. Trying to make some plays happen, but luck's just not on his side today. Because
it's so much closer than I would have expected.
Yeah, I think he played it really well, but Ignite just didn't quite come through.
Yes, it's well, it's unfortunate, but again,
Still here in the jungle. Sees Raz upon respawn. It might be a bit closer this time, but I believe Truman does still have ultimate. But a very clutch condemn comes through from Araf, manages to find the kill. But Zetsu's coming in and walking into lane, as well as the Quinn, and I don't know what Araf meant to do there. You know, there's 4 people on the bot lane.
Ooh. Now Dragon comes up and they will just take it. Just that there shouldn't be a contest from Katarina or the Karthus.
I mean, Katarina's got the reset that you were talking about. If she managed to pick up a pair of boots, maybe she can make something happen here.
I think without Flash Ignite, then Katarina is gonna try anything. It's actually interesting to see because oh, never mind, Quinn is going mid lane and
Quinn. I don't know.
Well, the goalie has ballooned into 7.7k now.
At this point, Quinn is kind of like Hecarim on steroids. You kind of just storm into a lane, get the kill, move on to the next lane.
Yeah, I was gonna say about like, okay, so Victor is well, it's like a champion you don't associate with like early game damage. But from the previous fight, we actually see that Victor doing a lot of damage with, well, the build of being Luna's Echo and the, oh my god. That is disgusting.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that Haki decided to flash onto that one. Maybe you should save it for a team fight where he flashes into the enemy team so you can make use of the passive. And I'm not even joking here. I think as Karthus, you should be saving your flash to kind of use it in impactful situations in the middle of the team fight.
Blue side doesn't have enough pink wards, and that means Evelyn can just like go bot lane, getting the flash out of the vein.
Evelyn kind of has free reign over the entire bot side, especially when.
Oh, now the bot lane is just getting dope again. All right.
I mean, as Marcy, you can't really even do anything to kind of.
And Marcy is getting chased by Quinn. Nice.
Smash that Alpha Strike, prevent a bit of damage, delay his death a little bit longer, but it's not really going to do anything in the grand scheme of things. And Artemis has somehow managed to find himself in the middle of the enemy team as well, and it's not in the middle of an ultimate, unfortunately, so he's just going to fall swiftly.
Yep, Katarina just joined the mass suicide, and now maybe Karthus wants to execute for the ace, I don't know.
I mean, Karthus is finally getting some damage onto his top lane tower.
I mean, okay, like if we're only judging skill with CS, you know, Karthus is actually doing fine, right?
You know,
130. Yeah, you died 6 times, probably 7 now, but then you still have more CS than your laner.
Whiffs completely with the lay waste there, and I'm not even sure why he bothered pressing his R key. Maybe he was just really bored.
To be fair, you can't really hit lay waste on Quinn, right? I mean, he's fast, and you know, Quinn is a bird, right? Like Quinn flies, and like lay waste is the thing on the ground, right? So you shouldn't be able to hit Quinn with lay waste. Evelyn here, trying to
case.
Evelyn sitting in the bot side jungle waiting for Katarina to visit, or maybe the bot lane to visit. Ooh, they're trying to find Master Yi now.
Yeah, I think they will find that. Yeah, Truman's just engaging onto Artemis again. Got the kill, and now they're going to be chasing into the jungle after Chimps' bot lane. Truman's coming around from the side. Quinn does manage to dive in and get some damage off. Araf's trying to outplay this, but I'm afraid there's not too much to be done against the charm of Evelyn, and I think Eva's going to fall very shortly here to the damage of Quinn. There's just, yeah, if I were Araf right now, I mean, yes, I made some mistakes in the early game, but I'd be kind of molding on the rest of the map, not going to lie. I think at this point it should come down to a race between Karthus and Katarina to see who can reach the power spike of 0-10 faster.
This game is just disturbing, like...
disturbing.
Like, just disturbing.
I don't know, I expected there to be like quite a bit of rivalry and a bit of back and forth action, but it's kind of just fourth and fourth action here from Corgis. I don't know, they kind of...
I think...
maybe Raz wanted to revise for more exams and kind of just wanted this to be over really quickly, I'm not sure.
I think in hindsight, if we think about like picks and bans, I think not giving the Quinn one-trick Quinn will be a good idea, and not blind picking Karthus maybe for flex. I don't know, or like.
I mean, I don't think any of the champions on the top side for the Chimps are actually good picks. To be fair,
Artemis
plays
really. Katarina's like
sure, but
one of his main champions.
It's calm. I mean, they picked Katarina relatively late, so I think it's like 3rd or 4th rotation. So yeah, I didn't see her Arab. Have fun.
That's been done, yeah. Just goodbye. I don't know.
Yeah, they picked Katarina 4th pick. I'm not, like, not sure that's a good shout.
Oh, 0-10 incoming.
There's just that's happening all over my screen right now. There's just so much blood going on.
I think in hindsight also giving BM Buffalo Benji his Nautilus and giving Benio Kaiser isn't the best idea. It's like seeing how they kind of just smurfed the laning phase the first game. And yeah.
I mean, speaking of which, like what did Blue Side ban? I mean, they banned Alawi, I remember.
They banned Alawi, but come on, like you can, you don't pick form. It like the only reason that Alawi worked the game before was that like his other teammates were ahead, and like when they had like 4 major champions against Alawi, that's when Alawi can shine. But even then, like obviously like Sage played well, but he did make some mistakes which led to him falling behind. So it's not impossible to deal with Alawi.
Yeah, I think Alawi is kind of a good counter in the game before, where the Chimps just really wanted to engage, and then Alawi's kind of there to counter that engage. Once having an Alawi ult inside of a Jarvan Cataclysm, it's not.
Wait, that's one Q. That's one Q from Kaiser and Vayne is half health. Oh no.
Oh, see you, Haku. 0-9. But Raz is going to pop his ultimate. It's going to look for maybe some damage here, but I think it's just going to run away really, really fast from that one.
Do you play much ARAM? Because like it looks like an ARAM Master Yi, right? Like you have, in ARAM you have like those Master Yis who's just like running all the time, and they're like the really good ones who just want to unite. And then sometimes if the Master is not ahead enough or like not good enough, just runs in randomly and dies. That's how it feels like.
A little bit. I mean, I don't know about ARAM Master Yis, but I have seen Master Yis on about 800 ping, and it's quite reminiscent of that. But to be fair, Master Yi did kind of really well in the early game. Managed to pick up some kills.
Yeah, it's
kind
of okay. 0-10. There you go. I actually scripted, man, this game like 0-10. Fountain diving.
I mean, he managed to pick up 2 kills. His bounty's reset. I think that's a really big deal.
Well, I'm glad they actually ended the game instead of, just dragging out for another 2 minutes. 7-36 final scoreline. Like 17k gold lead. That's pretty huge. Like ginormous.
I'm not sure what's coming up next. Are we going to interview some people? You can switch. Let's have a look at the damage charts.
I'm not on the page yet. Tell me.
Look at the silver linings.
Oh my.
Haku did more damage than Truman. If that's not a skill diff, I don't know what it is.
Oh wait, no. Truman did more damage. Truman did 100 more damage.
Oh, okay, fine, by 100. But it's pretty impressive. When Truman can't even out damage a 2-12 Karthus, 2-10 Karthus. I don't know.
I mean, you can, int for damage, right? You just like keep dying and dying and just like do damage.
I'm happy to interview with people if they're happy to.
Do you want interviews?
Just be careful when you enter the Chimps' call, because they might be crying.
Oh, so apparently there's no one for interview. So, is the winning team here?
Let's go for the top laner. Let's go for Sita. And then we can flip the tables with an Araf interview.
We could do that, yeah.
I have been summoned.
You have. Welcome. So before we head straight into the interview, any closing thoughts about these two games?
Well, it was fun to play, definitely. Game 1 was a bit rough early game for my side, personally. Yeah, I'm a top laner, Ilaoi and Quinn. So
I mean, I think the Ilaoi pick came after they dropped many champions, right?
Yeah, that's why we picked it.
I think it was quite a good pick in the first
but
game.
Yeah, I kind of hinted the early game when it's 0-3, but then the team fights came in and we were just ahead. Our bot lane was Giga smurfing game 1.
Yeah,
so
Giga smurfing, absolutely. Who would you nominate for MVP? Like who was the star of the series?
Definitely Buffalo, the Nautilus support, to 100%. His hooks were massive.
Yeah, I didn't see a mishook, to be honest. There was a little bit of a mishap in that game when bot lane got TV2'd, but hey, we won't talk about that one. I think overall his performance on Nautilus has been quite outstanding.
Indeed.
Cookie, got any questions?
I mean, we can discuss the MVP actually, because I think Benio actually played so well. I might be a bit biased, but I think the positioning on like both, well, the first game in particular, like there was this fight on bot side jungle where he was like running around 5 people using E and ult to like get out of a tough situation. It's actually quite insane. And like the early game, like laning phase and tower dives, like I obviously also his landing good host is very important, but also Kaiser had just good mechanics overall.
That's true. Well, I think MVP is the team. Let's just say that.
Just team different.
I'll give MVP to the enemy team if I were you. But anyway. But yeah, have you got any tips or some advice that you want to give to the Chimps after your...
Yes. Thank you for not banning my Quinn. Please let me play her more often because I haven't got to play her once in NSE. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, that's wholesome.
Really kind words.
Nice.
Okay. Looks like we're waiting for someone from the losing team to come on. Well played, I guess. It was despite dying a few times in lane, as allowed, it was a very strong performance, especially on the Quinn.
Yeah.
Very nice job.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for casting.
Cool. All right. We are now joined by the one and only. The one and only. The one and only Hacky.
How are you doing, Hacker?
Hello. I'm doing okay. How are you guys?
Hey, we've got to be really quick with this interview because I noticed you've only got 7 seconds on your passive before you have to go away. So, how did you find that game?
Oh, I think the game was fine. I think there was a bit of mishap in the AD carry department. But other than that, I don't have any complaints.
Okay, can you walk us through the first pick, Karthus?
I mean, it's Karthus, right? It's a strong champion. I mean, you can just look at the damage graph. Like, I heavily outperformed anyone on our team, so I had like double damage of anyone.
I mean, you picked up a...
Just, unlucky that enemy picks Queen Evelyn and they just camped up early and I don't get to play the game. So what can you do? It's just too insecure, I guess.
I think...
Was intended to be a top lane pick, or was it kind of...
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it's fair enough. Especially after, your Alawi got banned out.
I mean, I don't know if you guys can read, but like it was a Benio ban, not an Ilawi ban.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. We're also now joined by Raz. Hello.
Hello.
How did you find that game? And have you got any words for your teammate here?
Well, sometimes there's a bit of a team diff,
Like, sometimes you win and sometimes you lose, right?
Yeah, like I was just minding my business in the jungle, you know, doing my thing, and then I pressed the tab, and suddenly my laners are 05, 06, 07. Like I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But you know, we heard some criticism of our draft, and I think it's unjustified. The logic behind our draft was sound.
Okay.
We wanted a strong 1v5 comp, and
Right.
every lane in theory was able to do that. It's just the execution wasn't quite there, unfortunately, on the day.
I think with
I'm sure if we
that
tried
draft,
again in a different game, it would have worked.
I think with that draft, you achieved more than 1v5. You achieved a 0v5. You had 0 champions against 5 champions, right? I'm
Yeah, that's kind of
joking.
toxic.
Don't
That's kind
worry,
of
I'm
toxic.
joking.
That's a bit toxic.
Oh, dude,
But-
these guys didn't come here to interview to get flamed, man.
Exactly. What the hell? But yeah, that was game 2. Game 1 was just tragic. Like I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, fill in the blank, okay? Blank diff. What's blank? In the first game. I'm looking for
top, comma, mid, comma, bot, comma, support.
all in one.
So everything about jungle.
I think jungle played pretty perfectly in both games. Not gonna lie. Listen. Wait. That's true. I got the first 2 Infernal Dragons in both games. Who saw it coming? No one saw it coming. You know, I had the insight to just go for it.
I mean, Truman certainly didn't see it coming. He was
Exactly. Or like on the other side of the map. I know. Like, what's he doing? The guy thinks he's like good at jungling. Like, what's going on? But yeah, definitely big jungle diff in our favor. Unfortunately, it just didn't happen for us today. But you know, that's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah. Are you guys hoping to come back stronger and get them next time?
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully this time they'll use the actual team and not get a team 1 import. But,
Technically, Truman has always been part of the Corgis because I am part of the Corgis as well. Actually, like that was I think 1 or 2 years ago. Forgot about it.
Well, listen, I hear that Double Lift retired, Bjergsen retired. I'm just saying we might get some imports as well. You know, and then we'll see.
Yeah, I'll just quick to add. I'm very looking forward to meeting Corgis again in NSC playoffs. In the coming weeks. Oh wait a second. I'm getting word from the production that they actually didn't qualify for our division, and we actually cannot match up to them because they're like tier 4 or 3. So that's actually very unfortunate.
That team just sucks. I don't know. I'd like to say one more thing, if I may.
Go on.
Yeah. So although we disappointed our fans today, I would like to say a huge thank you to all our fans for supporting us. I see them in the chat here. A quick shout out, sorry. Sammy Dodgers, Hyperhawk01, and that's pretty much our whole fan list. So,
Hey, yeah, I'm a fan. Count me in.
Wow.
I love your place today. Yeah, you guys did well. It was an effort.
Yeah.
It was an effort.
Yeah, I think it's good effort. Like, I mean, ultimately, the both of the games kind of like snowball out of control, but I think you tried. It's good effort.
Yeah. Cool.
It's not a flame. It's actually not a flame. It's like I think like there are things that ultimately like when the goal difference is like huge, it's like very hard to come back with. Like unless you see like people making really silly mistakes. So yeah.
I mean, I was waiting really long to get my Kartos ult off, but the opportunities weren't there. So.
Okay, last time I said I had one more thing to say, but I actually have one more thing to say. In the second game, they banned Sejuani, and I just think that's way out of line. I mean, Sejuani's not ban worthy. They were clearly target banning me, and I feel personally attacked, and that's pretty much it.
That's a fair comment, actually.
I think future teams will keep that in mind.
It gets banned every game, so probably yeah.
It's okay. Jarvan's good. Jarvan's good. But yeah, thanks guys for joining us in the interview. Thanks for playing.
Yep. Thank you guys for watching as well, viewers.
Okay, so join us next time for our third and final series. Well, day of series for the week. First, we have Dragons against Potters on Friday. And then we have Chimps against who? Wait, what?
Clowns.
Against the Clowns. The Chimps against the Clowns on Friday. Don't miss it. Cool. Thanks everyone for watching. We are going to hop off now after this quick 2-0 series for the Corgis. And see you on Friday.
See you guys.